Howdy, true believers. This is Jim Lee here. I'm not normally like this. I've just been hanging around Stan Lee too much.
Fantastic, but not perfect.
Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn.
He thinks your daddy's comic books, fanboy. DC Comics. Comic book store. Let's go.
Sensational, but not perfect.
Oh, the indignity!
I'm bleeding out my fucking balls, dude!
Yo, yo, yo. Here we go. This is it, everybody. We made it. Welcome.
Chaos.
Yeah, dude. I do nothing but thrive in chaos. Things weren't working. We made it work. We're going to see what happens. We are freestyling it tonight. So, Chris, thank you for sticking around. Marty had life. Like, we all have life.
Yeah.
He had to check out. Wasn't working earlier. But thanks for showing up. Thanks for sticking around. Everybody in the chat, everybody coming over from Covrprice, thanks for showing up. This is my channel. It's kind of new. Well, it's not new. It's been going on for a minute, but I'm starting to back up. Been doing some videos and stuff like that. But
it's a cross-promotional. It's a cross-promotional, Gabe.
Dude, yeah, right now, that is it. We are hand in hand.
You're kicking off your channel. You're going to have new content all the time. You got your intro going. This is a cross-promotional. We are taking advantage of these technical difficulties to promote your channel so that people know where to find you on the down low.
That's right. You can find me here. So subscribe, but not just here. If you haven't already, go back over to Covrprice. Over on Covrprice, we're like 50-ish, give or take.
Close.
We are like spitting distance from, is it 4,000?
Yeah, 4,000. Yeah,
man, that is killer. So spitting distance from 4,000. Sub here. Thank you very much. Whatever, you know how it works. Over at Covrprice, please. If this is your first time here, go over to Covrprice as well. Sub to them. Get us to that 4,000 over there. This has been our entire existence here, Chris, has been thriving in chaos and taking lemons and making apple juice out of it, right? Over at Covrprice, or before Lords of Longbox, rest in peace, Tim. He's now in heaven. And we turned that over to Covrprice. Mm-hmm. And Covrprice, that is blowing up. So everybody that's followed us since then, thank you for blowing it up over at Covrprice, almost to 4,000. Now we had technical difficulties, and we just busted it over here on my side of the hood. And we are making it happen here on the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah,
so,
I may need you to walk me to my car tonight after the show's over.
Dude, definitely. you need some bear spray over here on this side. Don't look at anybody in the eyes. You know, that's how it works. All right. So I don't have DJ music. Do I have anything to show you guys while we're here on this side of the tracks? No, I don't. But let's just kick it off, guys. Yep. Let's make it happen with the top 10 list today. I don't even know the script. So this is the top 10 list of books that sold ending this Sunday that just passed. So it's all the sales from last week. This isn't comic books that we picked out of the air because we like them or anything like that. This is aggregated sales data on the aftermarket, not through comic book stores or distributors, things that happened on the aftermarket. So this is the top 10 best, cool, awesome hot books that sold in the aftermarket. eBay, wherever else on the internet, more or less.
Yeah, we're looking at quantity. We're looking at quantity. The number of times a certain book has sold over the course of a week. this is raw data that makes these lists. We're not like the other shows where we push what's in our inventory. This data is legitimately from the eBay folks and Heritage Auction as well. But all this information is gathered, and the top 10 bestsellers with one runner-up is collected. That information is collected. We got the conculators all putting it together, and hey, we got it. So, Gabe, I think that we should do something a little bit different tonight. Instead of reading the script from the fine folks at Covrprice, we have the graphics from them, and we can talk about each of these things. But I think we're going to go a little by the seat of our pants, just like
That's right.
trying to get this show going today.
And if you guys have anything to say, I'll put the link in the chat, and you can jump into the StreamYard here with us. I don't care.
Wow.
We are making it fun tonight. So if you want the link, let me know in the chat. But like you said, Chris, let's make this happen. What do we got? Runner up this week. What do we got, buddy?
Yeah, so this is the GameStop edition of Giant Size X-Men #1. The only way to get this foil facsimile, if you will, is to buy a couple Marvel Legends action figures. So you got to go to GameStop. You have to buy the Marvel Legends action figures, and they are like $25, depending on the ones that you get. And if you got that, and they had these in stock, you would get one of these books. Now this is the first time that it's popped up on this list. This was a June promotion, so they tracked a number of sales over the course of the week with a high of $48 for near mint current raw. That's pretty awesome.
Man, they love these foils, man. It's that they love doing foils on these books. But yeah, it's cool that you had to buy 2 toys to get it, right? That was
Remember when Marvel Legends figures used to come with a comic book?
Yeah. I used to travel all over town to find those old school Marvel Legends that had the comics in them.
Absolutely.
I was looking for variants. I was looking for, because it was like Doctor Doom, and then but the Doombot was like the variant, so you kind of had to look all over the place to find the Doombot.
Or the Wolverine with the cowl and without the cowl, right?
Yeah.
I used to
Johnny Storm with and without the fiery 4 on his chest. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I worked night shift when I worked night shift, I used to go to Walmart for my lunch break, and that's when they would be restocking the shelves. So I'd always get the variant chases and those original Marvel Legends. It was such a cool time, such a fun time to buy toys. And now, today, you can't even see the damn toy. It's just a cardboard box with the image of the toy on it. I want to see the actual toy. Give me that window. Give me the clear window so I can see the toy. That pisses me off.
Yeah, I wonder what the changes with that, because that's how the new Marvel Legends are. Like, you don't even know if the toy is in there, or if it's broken, or just the quality of it, right? Like, you don't even know if it looks decent or not at all.
I think they're doing it to reduce the plastics, but whatever, dude. Let me see my toy.
Well, when they're trying to reduce the plastic, nobody opens their toy anyways. It's not like that plastic's going into like any kind of junkyard or a landfill. Nobody opens those things up. Yeah, do you see Rattlesnake knows those up? I miss the Marvel Legends with the comics. Man, which one was your favorite, Rattlesnake? I love the Deadpool just because it came was it Deadpool? Yeah, Deadpool came with dupe. Silver Surfer came with Howard the Duck. And that was just like the most random thing to me.
Yeah.
I collected all those figures up until when they started doing the Build-A-Figures. I was like, oh, this is too much for me.
That was it where I stopped to see right around then.
Yeah. All right. So Giant Size X-Men #1. This is the custom Hasbro GameStop foil reissue. Good old Gil Kane, Art Thief. Let's see what's up next. Dude, this is great. This is awesome. Detective Comics 880, one of the most iconic Joker covers that's out there. Iconic Jock cover. I'm gonna have to guess. I'm gonna read this thing real fast. It's the Heritage Auction happened over this weekend. $288,000 this went for, which
for the original art.
Yeah, excuse me.
$288,000. Yeah,
the original art for this I have a friend in town who runs a comic book store. The man behind the red hood. Um, and he has in his comic book store, he has all the original costumes that each Joker wore in the movie. So he has like
Wow.
Cesar Romero. He has all of that stuff in there. He also has the cover for the first appearance of Red Hood, the original artwork for the first appearance of Red Hood. And he has, I worked with him for the longest time. He was a good friend of mine. He has all these Joker tattoos on his arm. He has this sleeve, and one of them is this cover. And he was bidding on this, but it went too much.
Wow. I mean, this is insane cover. I mean, the art is amazing. I know it's got the key up there, but the reason it's a key is because of the art. Really, it's just the key is the art. The story inside doesn't have a key appearance or anything like that. It's just the art. And this was the regular base release. This isn't like a variant or anything like that. This is just the release.
They weren't really doing variants at the time. I remember I worked at a different comic book store. I remember racking this. With my friend Rob from Man Behind the Red Hood, he told me Jock told him. So this is hearsay, but he sold this cover, the original art for this cover, for the first time, and he sold it $400.
Oh my god! Well, $400 today, you can get a 9.8 of this. I'm not talking about original art. I'm talking about the comic.
Yeah.
And raw, it's going for about 150.
Is that there's no? That's the only key? Is that just the cover? This is
it's just the cover.
Like,
there's not. It's not a first
weird?
appearance. Nothing like that. No, I double checked.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. I didn't think a cover would make it the key or whatever. So cool.
Yeah. So the big time, the really established artists, the popular covers, stuff like that. There's also a couple like Neil Adams books that are keys just because it's a famous Neil Adams cover. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cool. So
interesting. Right on. And everybody in the chat, hey, bring it up. Just say Covrprice style, or just say Lords of Longbox style. You got it. Do your 1 out of 11, 2 out of 11, 0 out of 11. Put that in the chat. 871 is the first Jock, I believe, which is nice too. Man, I got a story for Jock, but I'll tell that at a different time. Because you don't have the graphics of Gabe is name dropping again. So next one up. What do you got here, Chris? Look at this bad boy.
Hey, this puts me on the list right here. Invincible Iron Man number 9. This is the Riri Williams first appearance. Have you seen the show on Disney Plus yet?
No, I'm not interested.
Oh my God. Come on, Gabe. It's so good. It is so good. Yes. Okay. People in the chat, please tell Gabe that the Ironheart show was good, because it was good. And if you don't agree with me, just lie to him, because it was good. It was a really good show. I was hooked. I was hooked. The character has flaws.
Rudy says no.
Well,
thank you. I dislike it.
Sorry, Rudy. Well, he's lying. I told him to lie to you. He's lying. The character has flaws. The story is not rushed. You have character development. We are very clearly on one of the first thirds of a hero's journey with the character, even though the show was only 6 episodes and now it's done. But it was good. Okay, so anyway, this is the first appearance of Riri Williams. We have a 9.8 selling recently for $170. Near mint raw copy for about $32. I've got this. It puts me on the list. This makes me 1 of 3.
Oh, look at you, bad boy. So I'm trying to look here on Covrprice. But I don't know. According to notes, they're saying that they think that there's some big to do for Riri Williams coming up in the MCU.
Yeah, I agree. There's definitely more for this character, right? So when I heard that Ironheart was going to be a 6 episode arc, I was a little frustrated because that's not a lot of time to do the hero's journey, right? Sure. To tell a good story, to build that character arc. But they just started it with the 6 episodes. They just started the character arc in the hero's journey. They are very clearly still developing that character to have more than what they just have shown so far. And I think that the Strange Academy stuff is being built up by it. I think that Young Avengers is going to be built up by it. There's a lot of places for them to go with the Ironheart show, and the story is definitely not over.
So this used to be this high sell 2021 all-time high was $1,000 for a 9.8.
So
looks like now it's about $125 for a 9.8.
Yeah. 2021 though was COVID, and when the Black Panther movie was announced, and the leaks had Riri Williams appearing in the show, in the movie, I mean. So that tracks $1,000. Somebody is probably really upset with that purchase now, but whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. But this might be, I don't know, maybe the time to sell if you have it, if you don't really care, or if you want,
So I wasn't a fan of the character in the Black Panther movie, but I'm a huge fan of the character from the show. So I'm going to hold on to my copy. I have this version. I also have the alternate cover that has
is that the one with the needle going into his eye?
I'm thinking about a different one. But yeah, I have this cover right here.
Is it the Mary Jane cover?
No, Mary Jane cover is a different. It's the first Ironheart. The Mary Jane cover is the first Ironheart where the character becomes Ironheart. This issue is the first Williams.
Yeah, because this has that. Okay, I see it on Covrprice. It's that Age of Apocalypse cover with Iron Man. That's kind of cool. And then there's the other variant where it has featuring Riri Williams in like a little circle cameo on the front cover kind of thing.
That's a second print, yeah.
The second print? Okay. Cool. All right. So after Riri, we are going to roll here with, here we go. Yes. Here we go. We got a cool little back issue happening here. Secret Wars #1. Jim Shooter, rest in peace, Jim Shooter. We just lost him. He is comic book royalty to me. Not to keep plugging my channel, but I did do a live show recently with my friend Steve from Torpedo Comics. He's their head grader, head buyer. He's a Overstreet advisor. If people think I know a lot about comic books, this is the guy I look up to about his knowledge. We did a live show all about Jim Shooter and stuff like that, so you guys can check that out too. But Jim Shooter, Mike Zeck on the art, John Beatty doing the inks there with Mike Zeck. This is an iconic book. So look at they tracked 14 copies sold this week. The high sell of $238 for a CGC 9.8, and fair market near mint is $26 for this book. But
yeah. So I mean, obviously we know that Secret Wars is coming to the MCU, but that's not why this is popping. This is popping because for a couple different reasons. Number one, Jim Shooter, of course. Number two, the incredible story of Secret Wars and everything that this kicked off. I'm curious, Gabe. I've got a couple issues of these. All but one of mine has the blue Galactus inside, the Air Blue Galactus. So I'm just curious, since we're talking about this issue, do you think that the blue Galactus is more rare than the correct version of Galactus? Because in my collection, I have more blue Galactuses than non-blue Galactuses.
No, I agree with you. I've seen more blue than the regular one. I don't know if it's like a 50-50 thing or whatever, but in my passing of these comic books, I've passed this thing a million times. I've seen more blue than purple.
Yeah,
but it's out there,
So technically, this is also a key. This is the first cameo appearance of the Beyonder.
Yeah,
a character that I could really give or take the Beyonder character, honestly. I mean, in this series, I liked him, but in Secret Wars 2, I wasn't so much of a fan.
Secret Wars 2 was a different story. That thing about Secret Wars 2 that made me like the Beyonder, Spider-Man had to teach him how to poop. Secret Wars 2, #2. He tells Spider-Man, my
everybody
stomach
poops.
kind of hurts. Spider-Man, let me
It's a
show you
key.
the bathroom.
Secret Tours number 2, issue 2 is a key because Spider-Man teaches Beyonder how to poop.
Secret Wars number 2, or Secret Wars 2 number 2, The Beyonder Goes number 2.
That's right.
That's how I remember it. But yeah, this is based on a toy line. I had a couple of toys as a kid. Nothing special. They all had like these weird holographic shields. Like I don't know why Spider-Man needs a holographic shield or anything. But the Secret Wars, and this is something we talked about in my video with Steve. This was the entry point for a lot of people into comic books.
Yeah.
Because this was just so well received. It was a book that had basically every character in the Marvel Universe in there. You got to know who they were, pass them through. So this is iconic because this is an entry point for a lot of people. A lot of people this is an entry point for.
Yeah.
I've never read the whole series. I've always gotten bits and pieces of it. I haven't 8, of course. That's the first appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man. I don't care what anybody says. I'll die on that hill, Hulk 181, 180 style, for sure.
So I just picked up the entire run for one. I think I paid $80 for the entire run to include number 8.
That's nice.
And it's in pristine condition. But I've got a few. I think I have 2 full sets of this and a third set that's just missing number 8. So yeah.
Yeah,
it's a good read. It's kind of campy, but it's a good read.
Yeah, it's campy. It's 1984.
Yeah,
you know, it's hey, my name is Dr. Octopus. You can't talk to me like that. You know, it's very much like that for sure. Which, you know, that's how comic books used to be, where everybody said their name, everybody said what kind of powers they did, so that you kind of knew what was going on.
You saw the last episode of Rick and Morty. All right.
But what happened to Rick and Morty?
They were dogging on that trope.
No cool. All right, but what is cool? Lobo is back on the list. Lobo is back on the list just in time because I know Lando just got a copy of this himself.
Yeah, I sold mine. I don't know. I don't like Lobo.
That's right. I forgot you don't like the main man. That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about
like
that.
Lobo.
Well, it's a good thing I get to talk about this, but
yeah,
you know, hey, Jason Momoa was cast in this. That's when I sold mine. When that was announced, I sold my 9.8 of this when that was cast. Beginning of the year, late last year, whenever that was.
Yeah.
So according on here, I guess the uptick on this could be related because the Superman review embargo is being broken. So is Lobo showing up in Superman 2 somehow? Or in Superman also, I should say, in this somehow? I guess. I don't know. This is a cool book. I'm the opposite of Chris. I love Lobo. I love the issues where he and Etrigan the Demon crossover. That's always fun and wild. But this is, what does it say here? 9.8 is $255 these days. And a raw copy, I might just get myself a raw copy, dude. A raw copy is $69.
Nice.
I wish I had my 69 dudes audio on here right now, but I don't.
So I mean, I get it. I know that, you know, Lobo is a character that a lot of people like. I'm just not in that fold, which is fine. You know, it does strike me as odd a little bit that this is popping now, just because I mean, I know that the Superman movie is tonight, right? That's where Laura is, and a few of
Is that where she is?
Yeah, that's where she is.
Rude. I wanted to go.
But I do wonder why it's popping this week though. An all-time high sale for 9.8, $255. I think I sold my 9.4 for 180, and that was about 2 months ago.
Not bad.
Yeah,
not bad at all. I'll pick up a copy. I might wait if it's popping off now. If it's on the list, it's too late to buy it now. Like, it's already passed.
Yeah.
I'll wait till it kind of drops down a little bit, maybe, because she's supposed to show up he is showing up in Supergirl. So between now and then, I might pick up another copy just because I think this is a cool copy. I love Keith Giffen, so anything to do with him, I'm down with for sure. 5 out of 5, Rattlesnake. He is kicking butt this week.
Wow.
He is kicking. He's wiping the floor. Good job. He's catching them all, Pokemon style. Yeah. So Mega Man 3, 98255. Rossell, 69.
If you guys are really us, what number are we thinking of? 69, dudes!
There you go. I found it. I knew I had it here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
All right. Oh, here's another Riri one.
So this is because of the Ironheart show. The Hood, Parker Robbins, is I'm going to go ahead and say the primary antagonist for the duration of the show. Although there is another big bad in the show that kind of pops up at the end.
It's Mephisto.
It is Mephisto, yes. The Hood's character is really good in the show, like really, really good. It's got that actor, I can't remember his name, but he was he was in Hamilton, and just really talented actor. Really played the part well.
Is it the guy from Mindhunters? That's the only guy I know from Hamilton. He plays the king.
No,
are you talking about the dude that plays the dude?
But this actor Hood Ironheart.
It's the dude who's playing the dude.
Anthony Ramos. That's his name. Anthony Ramos. He was.
That guy from Beast Wars, the last Transformers movie. Okay.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's also a great singer. He's a very talented young person. He did the character really well. I really enjoyed it, and Marvel did the right thing by not like killing him off at the end of the series. They just kind of, there's more to come. You just know that there's more to come, which is, one of the biggest things that I've had as a criticism for the Marvel films is when they wrap up a story for a villain, there's usually no chance for the villain to come back, right? But in this instance, that there's more to come for this character, and I think it's going to be really good. So The Hood #1, it's a 2002 release. It's a great character, great representation on the Disney Plus Ironheart show. There was a high sale of $189 for 9.8, and the raw fair market value of around $35. So very, very cool stuff.
Very cool. Was this the book? When they were writing it, they wouldn't tell you who the writer was, and they just kept calling it Writer X, and it ended up being Brian K. Vaughan. I don't know. I might be misremembering.
I don't think so, because on the cover it says Brian K. Vaughan.
Okay, that's something else. Then who was that Writer X thing? I don't know.
But also, this was the first appearance of the Hood, so it is a key because it's the first appearance.
Oh, it's from the book Brotherhood. No one cares anymore. All right, 6 out of 6. Rattlesnake is. I want to see some proof of life, man. This isn't a very hard list, but I want to see your books. It's because I think that would be cool. All right. So after good old Hood, that's just a book out of nowhere, though. When's the last time anybody even cared about this book? Interesting. Yeah. Number 7. I don't know what this is. The Hyde Street #7. Sean Von Gorman cereal box variant, 1 in 20. That for a raw near mint is $65.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So this is a 1 in 20 retailer incentive. This just came out. It's obviously, like Count Chocula homage. I don't think I've ever seen a comic book do an homage of a cereal box before. That's interesting. But this is pretty cool. $65 for a near mint copy. That's pretty awesome. I don't know. Do you know anything about the Hyde Street series at all?
Never heard of it before. It's an Image book.
Yeah.
It's brand new though, so it just came out, or at least number 7 just came out.
This is number 7. Yeah.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, it still came out within this year. It's still a fairly new book. Yeah, I mean, hey, when I was a kid, it was the biggest bowl I could find in the kitchen, cereal, milk, the biggest spoon I could find. And I would just go
I
to
could
town.
just see you like the intro for Friday, the movie Friday, big old bowl.
Oh yeah,
and pouring milk, and you're out of milk, and you're like,
I've eaten a lot of just dry cereal in my day, and not because I was high, just because there wasn't enough. Usually it's because it was too much cereal and not enough milk. Like if I had a regular bowl, I would have been cool, but I was just greedy. Good old sugar rush.
I could never afford the Count Chocula. I always had like the off-brand,
The ones that came in like the giant bags.
Yeah, no boxes for me.
Yeah, giant bags are just off. Which is now when you look at it, it's the same exact cereal. They just packaged it different. It was the same companies and everything. All right, number 5 this week is Hyde Street, which is the one that broke Rattlesnake today. Broke that streak. Combo breaker right there. All right, number 4, Street Fighter is coming. This Street Fighter's coming back around. This poor comic book just gets beat up like it was Mortal Kombat because.
But it is the first appearance of the Street Fighter characters in comics, even though it's not a good story or art, but it's still the first appearance. I have a couple of these as well. I picked them up a couple years ago when they were raw for like $5-6, which you can still get them raw for under $10. I have a 9.8 of this. I think I picked it up for $40 about a year and a half ago, just because it's one of those recognizable franchises that somebody will eventually do right, and this is a perfect example.
You can get the gold foil for $27.
I've got that one too. I've got the gold foil one as well.
I might just have to check that out. $27 because these gold foils are dope, even for number 2 and number 3. There was only 3 issues because Capcom was like, nope, this book is terrible. That's a really bad cover. That cover.
I mean, it's like that's the perspective on that cover is all wrong.
Yep.
It looks like Ken's being taken advantage of.
$6 for this one for the gold foil.
Yeah.
How can you say no to $6 for a 1990s gold foil book?
Well, I mean, you hate gimmicks though. You hate gimmick covers though. So what is it? What's it going to be?
No, because this is cool 90s gold foil when it wasn't a gimmick, when they did it out of just pure love.
It's so funny because Malibu Comics were kind of known for their amazing art. I mean, they had Norm Brayfogle on Prime. They had a lot of really good artists, but the art on the Street Fighter series leaves you wanting.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna say, right? I guess they had all the good art on their own books and the licensed books. I don't know who the artist was on this. I don't want to say that they were bad, but it's not great for sure.
So this is what bugs me about the art is the perspective issue with size, right? So Ryu is the closest to the what would be the front of the camera, so he should be the biggest. But then you have Ken and Chun-Li in kind of like in the middle ground, but Dalsum and oh god, Sagat are in the background, but they're bigger, and then you have M. Bison in the very back, and he's the biggest. Like, what are you doing here? Are you if they would have just had Ryu smaller, It could have been a gradual climb up to larger characters in the background, or go the other way, or just have them all be the same size. But you have this weird perspective. It's almost like, this like weird camera angle that they do just for the sake of camera angles. I don't know. I don't like it.
I get it. It's like you said before, though. That cover number 2 is even worse perspective.
It is
Like really bad perspective wise, and that's why I want the gold foil of it. I am down for it. And plus, like I said, Capcom pulled like the licensing after issue 3, or even before issue 3, because issue 3 they were like, "This is the last issue. We're not going to do anymore," and they kind of jotted out all the plans they had with the characters because it was so bad. Characters were out of character, all that fun stuff. So, all right, so that's number 4. Good old Street Fighter, a CGC 9.8 for $160.
Yep.
And then speaking of other 80s icons, G.I. Joe, Real American Hero 318. That's a cool cover.
Yeah, so this is another new comic, right? Negative space variant, very, very clean cover. The artist, Francis Portola, this is a 1-in-10 ratio. Now, last month, number 317 took a number 4 spot on the top 10 list. Now, number 318 is taking number 3 spot on the top 10 list. They're not key issues; they're variants, and the ratios, but they're beautiful covers. And here you see a 1 out of 10 selling for $100 for 9.8, and the fair market value for Raws are about $40 to $50.
Whoa, $40? Damn, dude.
Yeah.
If I saw this, not for $40, but if I saw this, I'd pick it up. This is a cool cover of Storm Shadow.
I know that my comic shop, Third Eye Comics, they usually sell ratios for the ratio. So a 1 out of 10 would have cost me $10. 1 out of 20 would have cost me $20. I'm pretty sure that this probably was $10. So to see it as a 4x of its ratio, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, if this comes down in price and I see it, I'd pick it up because that's just dope. That's really cool.
Really good looking cover.
I like the arrows. I like the katanas, the nunchucks, the ninja stars, whatever those dagger thingies are, those throwing daggers or whatever. Those are all cool. Browse got his for $7, dude. Good for you. That is awesome. That is rad. I want to get that for $7. If I saw this like 10-ish, I'd pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd pick it up for 10-ish, maybe even 20. I don't know. It's just dope. Yeah. That's dope as hell. I like it. $100, not too bad. Not too bad. That's number 3. Number 2, Birds of Prey. This cover's cool. This cover's cool. It's a paper doll kind of thing where you get to dress up. You get dressed up Babs.
Yeah.
If this was me, they're missing the wheelchair.
Oh God.
They're missing the wheelchair.
All right.
Birds of Prey 23. Ryan, I'm guessing that's Rain Gonzalez variant. This is a 1 in 25. All right, 1 in 25. Yeah. $66 raw near mint is top sale. Anything on here? Yep, paper dolls. That stuff is cool. I think it's just a cool cover.
Yeah, I think this is it's a unique ratio. Of course, because this is popular, you're going to see these paper doll cutouts for everything. You'll see a Supergirl one, you'll see a Harley Quinn one, you'll see a whatever the Punchline one. You'll see all the female characters.
A bunch of female characters. I can see that for sure. I like how they have the little cutesy Nightwing here.
Yeah, the chibi arts of Nightwing and Barbara. Yeah,
I like the. This isn't quite it, but it looks pretty close. The costume on the bottom right hand corner. It looks almost kind of like her Burnside Batgirl. It's a costume that I love a lot. I love that a lot. They gave her the freckles because she's a ginger. Okay, I get it. The little purse. This is cool. This is cool. I wonder if it. They got the little lunchbox. No, that's a picture frame with her with Cassandra. That's neat. This is a fun book. $66 is asking is more than I'm willing to check out for it, but it's a cool cover. I would like to see, Chris, like you said, I would like to see them do this again. Like this is one of those things where it's like this is a cool cover idea. let's keep going with it until it gets boring and burns
Yeah,
out.
but put the barcode and the title and the logo on the back. I mean, what are you doing? I mean,
Yeah.
make it look like what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Put
Yeah.
all that crap in the corners on the back and have it be a virgin. It's a 1 in 25 variant, for good sakes, you know?
Or at least shrink it down a little bit so that the DC all in, the barcode, and the credits don't cover up any of the paper doll stuff. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna see somebody. I'm gonna see somebody cut this up and then post pictures of the paper doll. That's what I want to see.
At $66, I hope not. I mean, and we did just have 4th of July, which is literally lighting money on fire. But whatever.
There's a Green Lantern core cover like this tomorrow.
Oh wow!
I might have to check out my comic book store because I like Green Lantern. I like this concept, dude. No, I can't. I'm not gonna do variant covers. No, who? No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna check it out. If I see it and it's a fair price, I will check it out if it's cool. Green Lantern. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Core paper doll. I hope this doesn't pull up anything inappropriate, but who knows?
Maybe just search the artist name because I'm sure it's the same artist doing.
Oh, you know what? This is actually cool, man. Let me see. I'm gonna screen share because this is rad. I like this a lot.
Oh wow,
that is cool. A lot.
Same artist, right?
Yeah, it's Rain Gonzalez. Yeah.
Look how clean this looks without all that logo crap.
Exactly.
I mean, do that, DC. Come on, do better.
I would even be cool. I would even be down. They did this with like guy characters who change costumes a lot. You know,
have like a Superman one where he's Clark Kent, and then there's a photo booth on the side, and then these Superman costumes.
Yeah, or there's like a paper cutout of him like in the black suit, or like the all blue suit, the all red suit, like the electric suits.
Yeah, I can see that. That'd be
right,
cool.
Different S's throughout the centuries, or not the centuries, but the decades. Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
If this is not expensive, I will pick it up. If it's not like a $20 book or something, I'd pick that up at my shop tomorrow. That's rad. Very cool. All right. Number one, Ghost Fleet.
Ghost Fleet.
I don't know what this is.
So this is a Dark Horse comic from last year. The Stephen Capel Jr. is using this book to launch his series on Paramount. It's called Gray Skies. This is the same director for Creed 2, Transformers Ride of the Beast. This book was written by Donny Cates, art by Daniel Warren Johnson. Lots of positive reviews going forward. There's an exciting chase down in the first issue. This is trending because the Gray Skies show is going to be coming out on Paramount Plus, and it's basically this series. It appears that's the case. It's this series with a different name. Yeah.
Dude, it's Donny Cates and Daniel Warren Johnson. How have I not heard of this before?
Yeah. Obviously lots of sales throughout the week. $26 for Near Mint Raw, a Very Fine for $2.50. This is a huge jump for the comic on the aftermarket. And a 9.8. There's no data available for a 9.8 in this thing. So it's changing hands, but not an integrated copy. Let me see what active sales we have with this on eBay in a 9.8. None. Wow, I don't see any listed in 9.8 at all. I just see raws. So hey, if you got this comic and it's in good condition,
you might be the first 9.8 or only 9.8.
Well, I mean, I'll look at the census real fast. There are 4 9.8s. There are only 8 copies of this that are graded.
Well, that's going to change. That's going to change now. That people, if people are aware of this book and 14 copies were sold last week, almost a 500% jump. Yeah, there's going to be some more.
6 blue labels, 2 gold signature series, and the signature series are both 9.6s. So this is going to get some attention. If you've got this book, then you should grade it. And
this is pre Donny Cates being Donny Cates.
Yeah, because it's 2014.
Yeah. So this is back when he was still doing what was those, like redneck vampires and stuff like that.
I think that this is a good indicator, though. This reminds me of the Post Malone Big Rig comic that's coming out soon.
As I thought it was when I saw the thumbnail for today's show over on
Covrprice. I think that Big Rig comic is gonna pop off. I think it's gonna go big because everything Post Malone does goes big. He's got such a huge fan base, and his fan base follows him to whatever his name is on. I mean, the Magic cards with Post Malone featured are insane right now because he's a fan of the Magic the Gathering community. I really think that that's going to go nuts. I think that this is a good indicator of that. Maybe not an indicator. It just reminds me of it. So we'll go with that.
No, there's definitely going to be something going on here for sure. Yeah, I mean, hey, you're right. Anytime that there's like a big celebrity attached to a book, it's going to go crazy. Same with what was it, Keanu Reeves?
Berserker? Yeah.
Berserker? Yeah. My computer decided to be slow because I clicked on something by accident. All right, there we go. Cool. So that's the top 10 this week.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We kind of went off the cuff a little bit. Didn't really follow the script. Just kind of more of a casual conversation. That was kind of done for time reasons, but I think it went pretty well. I dug it.
It was absolutely done for time reasons because it's already like 35 minutes late, and we lost Marty. He had life to do. You're on the East Coast. I heard my wife give the kids baths already without me, so we do what we had to do around here to make that work. But in the meantime, I fell down a rabbit hole while we're on the show. Dude, these paper doll covers that Rain Gonzalez is doing are awesome. Like, there's more. Like, here's like a Star Sapphire one he did. I don't know if these are new, if these already came out already, but that one's dope. I love that one. There's a Big Barda one here. This Big Barda one is sweet, dude. This Big Barda one, dude, if it's not already out, I'm going to try and find it because I love Big Barda. And this is just a really cool cover. It just kind of loads up for me on here. But I fell down a rabbit hole. Gosh, darn it, man. Covrprice, you got me.
I picked up it was last year, I think. I picked up a box of vintage paper dolls. Like cutouts. So it was like 80 or 90 in there, and they were all from the 30s and 40s. I think I paid like $5 for the box. I put it up for auction, and it ended up selling for like $180
for paper dolls. That's cool.
Yeah, for like the vintage Ampharia paper dolls.
So here's the Barbara Gordon one that we already saw.
Yep.
And do you see the Big Barda one here? This one's great.
Yeah. That's cool.
Black Canary. She's got the the Green Lantern or the Green Arrow comic here.
Nice.
The Kevin Smith #1. Star Sapphire. Not Star Sapphire, excuse me, the Green Lantern. So these things are cool, man. Like, damn it. They got me. They got me interested in this stuff. I think that's the only ones that are out. This guy's art's pretty cool. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but it's very cutesy. I like it. Very like colored pencil looking.
Yeah, I got he does the chibis also, and
yeah. All right. Well, there we go, everybody. Thanks again for showing up on this side of the tracks, everybody. We had a good time. We made it here. We can put this button here so it shows us. There we are. Yo, yo, yo. All right. Yeah. So hey, that's it, guys. We appreciate it. We made it through there. We made it through. We made it work, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We made it work. And that's it. I think we're going to call it a night. Remember, sub over back on Covrprice, everybody. They're just a handful away from that 4,000 mark. So thank everybody who's been checking that out and been doing right on us on that side of things. And with this, we are out of here. Good night.
Yep. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Adios, turd nuggets.